jump blocker. All right, cool. So they did what we were hoping they would do. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Kind of embarrassment of riches here. We get that block. And then we could block and sack. So I think we just hold here. See what our opponent does. And it looks like they're going to wrap it up here, unfortunately. Or do they have the board wipe? They could board wipe us. We keep a Kaya. We keep a Commando. Liesa goes back into our hand. And yep, they scoop it up. Greetings, all my happy friends, and welcome back to the MTG Struggle Bus, where I struggle more at playing Magic, so hopefully you can struggle a little less. We are at it again. This time, dabbling in a little Brawl. Kind of been in the format for quite a bit, so of course that means it takes a little bit to try to make things happen, if I'm being completely honest, and continue to brew interesting decks for you guys. So, and of course my future goal for the channel is to dabble into all kinds of formats, so we're going to dabble into Brawl a little bit, as I want to make sure that I am putting out some quality decks for you guys to use. Not all of them are stinkers, actually very few, you know, unless I feel like a deck is cool enough. But anyways, I digress. So today we are playing with Liesa, Forgotten Archangel. She is a black-white commander. She's a 4/5 angel for 2 white, black, flying and lifelink. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, return that card to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. So this is either your opponent's end step or your own. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead, which can come in handy when we're trying to counterbalance our opponent's graveyard shenanigans. So, long story short, obviously it's Commander, it's a bunch of one-ofs, but we're playing a bunch of cards with enter the battlefield, or a bunch of creatures with enter the battlefield effects, so we're capitalizing on cycling them over. We are playing some additional sacrifice effects, including Flesh Taker and Rite of Oblivion, to kind of capitalize on the fact that we get some recursion out of Liesa. So we're getting 2-for-1s, we're getting card advantage off of playing our creatures, getting enter the battlefield effect, then sacking them for value off of another card, getting them back with Liesa, so we're not really going down a card, and then playing them again. We're playing not too much on the board wipes side. We're playing Blood in the Snow, Vanquish, and then Undo Inversion. You can easily play a Doomscar here if you so choose. Lands, of course, any combination of black-white lands that you have available to you. We are running a Rampage of the Valkyries because I think that synergizes very well with Liesa, plus getting some big creatures on the board. And then Morbid Opportunist and Skullport Merchant being another way for us to kind of sack cards to get additional value. And then a Starheim Unleashed as, once again, Angel synergies and a great finisher as we go into the late game. Everything else is just a combination of removal and enter the battlefield effects. Pretty simple deck, straightforward, but I do like it. I think it's quite a bit of fun. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into the gameplay. But of course, before we do that, I want to give a shout out to one of the members of the Struggle Bus, and want to give a shout out to one of our newest members, Victor Arantes. Thank you so much for the follow. Really appreciate you riding the Struggle Bus with us. You rock. But all right, ladies and gentlemen and happy friends, that's it. So let's get into some sweet Brawl action. All right, not our most aggressive hand, but actually I take that back. It's pretty good with the Cathar Commando into Spellbinder. Yeah, I think we're gonna keep this. No need to play an untapped source on one. Going up against Golgari, so it's definitely gonna have some removal in hand. Let's see here. Pay 1 life, create a treasure token. Target creature gets until end of turn. If mana from a treasure is spent, activate this ability. The creature also gets Death Touch. Opponent's gonna duress us. Okay, so they know the jig is up. But luckily they don't snag anything, so that's good for us. May have to hold off on Liesa coming down. I'm not 100% sure, because obviously they're gonna have some heavy removal. We will trade 1 for 3. I'm alright with that. Ooh. We could play... I think we still want to just keep playing our cards here. Let's go ahead and Spellbinder, see if there's anything crazy we need to play around at the moment. This is Ramp. This is a little annoying. Let's see here. So it's between Ramp or Cutthroat. I think we can kind of deal with... Let's just slow down their Ramp. And that actually may have been a mistake because we have Commando. The Forbidden. Not bad. Alright, let's... force our opponent to discard. Yeah, I actually like that because it exiled that out of their hand. So now we're going to hit something decent here one way or another. Alright, fair. Play our tapped land. And we'll just get in there in the air. So we also know that the coast is clear to play out Liesa. So we're going to go ahead and fire her off. Our opponent's going to have to top deck something. Okay. Plum the Forbidden may be something we end up firing off here. Whenever permanent of an opponent controls is put in the graveyard from battle, +1. Alright. Beginning of your upkeep, if Seraph has one or more, you may remove them. Okay. Yeah, I think we just take the 2 here. Could double block the Merchant. Maybe we should have done that, actually. Merchant being a decent source of card advantage for our opponent, but at the same time, I mean, we could just go here and then attack here. See what our opponent does. I think they're just going to take the 6 here. That bodes pretty well for us. We want them to take next turn and play the Find the Path. Nothing from our opponent. So I think we just get in there in the air. Can leave up Plum the Forbidden. I don't think we're going to need our board wipe. So let's play our land and make sure we hit our land drops. We'll get in there in the air. I'd be surprised if something comes of this. We have Plum the Forbidden. Exile. Alright, fair. So question is, do we want to fire off the Plum now? As additional cost to cast a spell, you may sacrifice one or more creatures. And then we can nab this. I like that. Let's fire this off. Sacrifice 3. And then we could still play Disciple plus Commando. 1, 2, 3. I think that's pretty strong. Take the action. Trigger. And I think because of her exile, okay, the Soul Eater still gets bigger. Alright, fair enough. Resolves. So it's a little bit of an issue. I thought I guess they still go to the graveyard, so... Rebirth would have been nice. Hit her land drop, though, so that's nice. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Hound doesn't do it. Wait. Oh, we get him back at the end. That's unfortunate. So... Oh, no. Alright. Alright, so they still take 3. Let's see here. Play Hound the chump block. They get sacked to kill 3s. We can play the Hound to leave up Rebirth here. I really wanted to snag that Oblivion, which is unfortunate. They can get pack leader back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could play 4 angels next turn. There's a lot going on here. Let's just worry about our angels, I guess. A lot of decision points. They can just remove 0, right? So let's just go ahead and play Nadar. I think gives us a little bit of advantage here. Let's venture. I believe you just do Lost Mine of Phandelver is the default one, right? I don't remember. Yeah, we'll leave that on top. That's great. Trigger. I guess they could remove 3, but it also gets rid of both their things, right? Okay. See what our opponent decides to do. I don't know. Man, we kind of want to keep our life total up. This is very interesting. Maybe that plum was a little bit dangerous. We're going to take 7 here, fall to 10. I think we can afford that. We're dealing with perfect information. Fair. So let's see here. Play our land for sure. Let's grab last card in their hand. These 2 are free attacks. Poison the cup leaves us 2 white. So we could play Commando. Let's attack first. Create a treasure. I think we just create a 1/1. Make sure we just go wide. Could kill Merchant, but I don't think there's value in that. So we're definitely going to poison in the cup. That way they can't wipe our board. And then do we play Commando here? We have 2 blockers for Paladin. I think we just go ahead and foretell. Feeling pretty good. What's the next thing we could do in the mind? We can each opponent lose 1 life. We can -4 something, or we could put a counter on target creature, which is going to be here. Okay. Yeah, having the removal spell there was pretty strong. But I guess we owe that to Plum. Search library, reveal, put in your hand. Okay. So our opponent's a ramp deck for something, but we just are not seeing it. So even getting our value off of Liesa for 1 turn was good enough, which is sweet. We're just going to go ahead and block. They can give something Death Touch, so we may or may not block with Nadar. Keep our life total up. Okay, they just let that happen. Fair enough. Let's see. So we can attack. They give it Death Touch, and then we get, but we lose 2 life in that process. Let's see here. Can we just play her? We can, and then we could still leave up Makar Rebirth. think that's correct. We know they can't do anything about it. So let's go ahead and go into the red zone. Would not be surprised our opponent scoops it up here. Put a counter here. We have a block. We can block with Liesa and use the rebirth, right? Do they have to sack it? I think. How does this work? Another creature you control. I think we just let this happen and keep these two guys alive because this is how we kill our opponent, right? Yeah, I think we just do it that way, right? I find it difficult to believe our opponent, being Golgari, can ping us for 8 in the face with 1 card. So I think we got it, thank goodness, because that was a little touch and go there for a second with Seraph. All right, Seraph comes down. All we have to do is, once again, keep either one of our guys alive. We're going to get the lifelink back, so let's go ahead and just block. If our opponent has, like, giving them death touch, we have the rebirth to keep Liesa alive. +1/+1 counter, and they scoop it up. All right. Alright, not the most exciting hand, but, I mean, do you have a board wipe if things get kind of crazy? Yeah, I think we can keep this. Don't have to play the Awakener right away if we don't want to, so we'll hold for the time being. I think this is reasonable. See what our opponent's got going on. Whenever Boulder's Gate deals common damage to a player, that player loses 1 life and mills a card, then you gain 1 life. Whenever you attack, you may pay 2. If you do, target creature can't be blocked this turn. Gotcha. Sure. Let's be a little proactive and throw Awakener on the board here. I think the first time they play their commander, we get Blood Chief's Thirst to buy us some time. We'll see if they want to trade. I assume they don't. Fair enough. Send it back. Opponent might be slow rolling. I think we're okay with that. They could have like a mill sub theme, which, I mean, tap rogue you control, shadow stirring gains death whenever the deals combat episode player, that player mills 3. So yeah, definitely kind of like a rogue sub theme going on, which works. Ooh, that's a good card to foretell, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and play tap land so we can play our commander next turn. And then, well, shoot. Actually, you know what? We still have the horde. Let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and just kill this guy right now. And then no attacks. That way they don't get the free card draw, right? Opponent's probably going to slow roll playing their commander, it looks like. Losing the Morbid Opportunist is a little unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Hound is nice. My problem is their opponent missed their land drop, so that's unfortunate, the timing of it. Let's see here. We could always just fire off our commander, but I think we're just gonna end up playing the Loyalist. Loyal Warhound, then we'll attack and sack it. Obviously, that's not value, but our opponent clearly didn't, or left up, you know, counter magic. So I think we need to kind of play around that and, you know, just slow roll it. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Sack that. Get some value now. Obviously, we're missing out on this value, but once again, all right, cool. I think we're gonna have to force our opponent to make a move, and then we'll take it from there. Unsummon, fair enough. So once again, at least we got some value there. Okay, so let's see here. Let's see if they fire off their commander finally. It would be nice if they do, because then we can wipe the board. And they're going to continue to slow roll it. So kudos to our opponent for really kind of playing for the long game here. So let's go ahead and fire off our commander. This may incentivize them to commit. Right? What is it again? Tap another untapped rogue and gets death. Is that a rogue? That is a horror. So missing, man, how ironic that we missed our land drop. I wonder if that was a little greedy on my part. The swarm. Alright, fair enough. Take action. He goes back to the command zone, which maybe we shouldn't do. So we get to draw a card here. I gotta admit, our opponent's playing a great game. I gotta hand it to him. Alright, let's try to draw a card here. And so there's the counter magic. And yeah, I guess we'll just play a dude. Send it back. Missing our land drops are pretty rough there. We got up to 5. Behold. So getting out-carded by our opponent here. Wonder if it was... No, we couldn't do both. We were trying to hit our land drop, so... Take it. Yeah, the 3 from the Stinger really coming into play. We've managed to mill all our land. There we go. Jeez. Took long enough. Let's go ahead and play Professor Onyx. Opponent doing a great job crushing us. Great job. They said good game, so I'm trying to think of how we're dead here. Okay, Rite of Oblivion's a good one. Ah, mill sub theme. Okay, gotcha. I mean, I guess that checks out, right? Hermit, okay. Let's see, us missing our land drops is pretty huge, for sure. Let's see, so if we do this one, we could still counter it. So what are we looking to do here? Hermit's pretty solid. Great job from our opponent. Great job. Alright, let's go ahead and Spellbinder. Yeah, missing drops has been unfortunate. Is this those 2 cards? Okay. There we resolves. Make that pretty expensive. And oh, they're tapped out. All right, excellent. So let's go ahead and just wipe the board. See no reason not to. We have... Okay, so let's see if now we're able to kind of come back in this. Blood on the snow. Straw creatures. We'll get something back, hopefully. Let's see here. Awakener, Fang, Dar. So... Venture, X, that draws us a card. Where do we get our advantage? They got one card left in hand. Maybe we do just Disciple. Get that last card out of their hand. And then we have a target to exile, right? Reject, okay. So we get Starheim for what? 2 angels? Professor Onyx, yeah. Checks out.
The essence of life is in... Well, darn. Looks like you flunked out. Mwah.
So they're gonna get ahead on cards. So we could play Shambling Ghast. And then exile that. Sacrificing that, giving us a treasure. Fortune is still not quite enough. So we have to be careful about that, right? Because they could bounce everything from Starheim Unleashed. And they have 18 life, so Tigrid's not going to be doing much for us, unfortunately. So, I think we go ahead and play Tigrid. And we will hold until their turn. All the Storm Giant, that's a little scary. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3. I think we're just gonna have to activate this. So what happens again? Alright, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be pretty darn close. For sure. I think before triggers, let's untap and do it again. See if we can force them to do some stuff, because at this point we're kind of in trouble. I don't think Liesa is going to do enough. So we'll activate again. They might just keep taking damage, but we can activate 2 more times, so we may be able to out-damage them. Infernal Grass is unfortunate. You have to be cognizant. Let's see. So if we fire off... Ooh, that's pretty huge for us, actually. Let's see here. So for 3, then that gives us 5. I think we just kind of have to do that, right? Fire this off for 5. Let's see if... And then we get... let's see. So we get... Our 1 should be... So our 1 is going to be Shambling Ghast. Our 2 is Hound or Disciple. Our 3 will be this guy And then our 4. Oh, we don't have... Oh, that's unfortunate. So definitely paid too much, but at least this puts us in a decent spot. Gives us a chump blocker. They have to sacrifice their gate. Let's order the triggers like that. See what our opponent does, and we'll discard. I guess we'll sack. Okay, okay. I don't feel so bad. Opponent activate. Alright, we may be able to squeeze this one off. They've been holding on. So wait, how come they didn't... What'd they end up discarding? Did I mess something up? Did they not discard a card? I thought they did. Did I mess something up? Oh, these cards are in exile. That's what it was. Okay. That's what's throwing me off. Gotcha. Assuming Tide. Choose a non permanent you control. Alright, let's use that one. I think I'm okay with that, right? So now we get Starheim for 4. Oh, we're 1 shy, unfortunately. Do we fire her off? I mean, that's a little risky, right? Because they Hive. I think we have to. I think we do just fire this off for 3. 3 angels doesn't feel too bad to me. Could end the game fairly quickly. We have a Shambling Gas backup here if they have another counterspell. Wow, our opponent just all over the counterspells today. Fair enough. Fair enough. Not much we could do. I wonder if we should have just T-grid them. Alright, let's go here. So, can they play the... I don't think they can do it all. Or can they? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're good. We're good. It's gonna be fairly close, though. I don't know what that last card is, so hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. This is 7, not enough. So let's go Apparition. And that way we get to keep 2 things. Try to exile Curdle. Man, this is crazy. Holy cow, this game has been absolutely nuts. Oh man, I'm like, stressing out. Maybe it was the premature good game they gave us? Okay. I think we still get to exile it though, right? Attacking means we could just die, right? I'm confused. Oh, see, it threw me off that it cost 2. So, alright, so I messed up there. We probably could have killed him. I saw, oh, it was hiding behind the head. You guys see that, right? Okay, so I think we got it now, right? We just untap, hit him, untap, hit him. I guess they could sacrifice Mordekainen. But I think we've got it. One card left in hand. They have their commander. They can't activate Hall. This is kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Alright, let's activate. Hit them. 1, 2, 3. We could do this. Yeah, I think we've got it. Untap. Activate again. Do we get there? Do we get there? I mean, they could sacrifice Mordenkainen, but they're out of cards in hand, so I think we got there. Sacrifice Numbline, so they can't sacrifice Hall of the Storm Giants. Holy cow, that was so close. 6 cards left in library. I was not expecting to take that one down, guys. Holy shnikes. Looks like our opponent might have tilted off. Unfortunate. I mean, it was a close game. It was a very good game. The back and forth was real, but we just managed to out attrition them. Yeah, that turn that they tapped out where we were able to vanquish the Horde was absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. That's really what got the game back in our corner. We could also just fire off Hive, which is probably what we're going to do if they sacrifice Mordenkainen, right? Just fire off the Hive, get in for our 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They can't activate the... Yeah, we got it. Whew. Close. See? That's confusing. That's sitting there with just a blue and a black, right? Yeah, it looks like our opponent tilted. Oh, well. I mean, they fought the good fight. I was totally prepared to lose this game with how well our opponent played. We just ended up getting a little bit luckier on the draws. But I did get thrown off a little bit. Like, we could have gotten back a better card than Elder Fang. All things considered, right, when we saw... But I didn't realize that, like, we could have gotten back Loyal Warhound. I got confused with what was in exile and what wasn't. So... But, you know, we played around them having the bounce, but they just kind of played it out better. So kudos to them, for sure. It's unfortunate that they tilted. Hey, they'll be on YouTube, immortalized forever. It always feels... I'm not sure if it's good or bad to win with Tigrid, you know? Tigrid the Lantern, like... Alright. So, let's untap. Hit him again, and then we will attack for Shambling Gas Lethal Exaxes. Whew, what a game. Alright, 3 lands, one of our best foretell cards. Yeah, I think we can keep this. Morbid Opportunist gonna end up having to do some work. Not sure if we foretell... Well, shoot, if they're playing Valaki, probably going to play it next turn and grab either our Opportunist or our Elite. So let's just go ahead and hide the Starheim, which is unfortunate. Oh, alright, we got lucky here. Let's see here. Let's play Spellbinder. Kind of see what we're looking at. So right now they'll be able to play that. They're missing fire, but we also don't want our guys to just straight up die. We have removal for this guy. That guy is an issue, though. Maybe we still just kind of deal with them not having fire. Yeah, I think we just make Necromancer really expensive, unfortunately. Them exiling our stuff is a little awkward. Okay. I think our land drop was kind of nice. Question is, do we play our Opportunist or do we leave up Silver Quill Command? think we're gonna go ahead and play Opportunist. Wish we would have played our version actually. That way we could have played Liesa next turn, but oh well. Could attack here. How do we feel about that? We get to draw a card. I think we can hold. Deadly Dispute. We could still pseudo hit our land drops. So let's get him for 1. And yeah, let's go ahead and do this. A creature or 2 or less from the graveyard of battlefield. Target creature gets +1 flying. Target player discards a card and loses 1 life. Sacrifice a creature. Guess we could do this on their turn, right? Try to hit our land drop versus Deadly Dispute. All right. Oh, excellent. That actually worked out better than I anticipated. So let's go ahead and dispute here. And I believe they don't get the treasure. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So they're going to be able to play that, which is an issue. Let's see what we're hoping to do here. Yeah, no need of Village Right. Ooh, alright. Kaya's a great draw because we can exile the Dugar, whatchamacallit guy. Let's get in there for 1. And then let's go ahead and play Liesa, leaving up. You can leave a Village Right. We could leave a Village Rights anyways, so let's go ahead and play Awakener. Because push comes to shove, we can sack our Opportunist to draw 2 cards. Obviously not ideal. We'll see. Dugar, alright. So, I mean, we're leaving ourselves vulnerable, right? Because we may need Kaya to deal with Valaki, but I think I like getting this guy off the board a little bit better. Well, shoot. Apparition does the job as well, so, and we get to keep, I like that. Exile that. And then let's go ahead and just draw a card. So target player draws a card and loses a life. Get more damage in. Sacrifice a creature. I think we want to go up a card versus getting in more damage. So let's do these 2. Target player draws a card. Then target opponent sacrifices a creature. Rampage is great. Why didn't we draw a card there? Oh, okay, the Nambo with Liesa. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Rampage of the Valkyries is great for us because it protects us. Let's see. So it looks... Okay, Magda. Vengeful Stranger. Alright. Feeling pretty good about our position, to be honest with you. And we have a way now of keeping our Liesa alive. Still don't want to Kaya. So we could just potentially Rampage and get him for 4 in the air. Could sack, right? Maybe we just do that. 3, that leaves us 4. Want to leave this up. This can't block. think we just Valkyrie here. Yeah. Guess Opportunist can get in there because we can block with our Valkyrie. Yeah, I like this. Don't necessarily have sack fodder. This is only a sport. Oh, no, once each turn. Okay. So if our opponent doesn't do anything, we could fire this off end of turn to do the Opportunist, right? That lets us draw 2 cards. Whenever demon that player sacrifices a creature, we're not too worried about that. We can get rid of that with Kaya if we want. Our opponent seems to be slow playing the Valky. Yeah. We'll just take the 2. Not a big deal here. So let's go ahead and fire this off, I guess. We get it back. Only problem is I should have done it a little bit sooner. But we draw 2 cards. We get to attack. So auto pay. Let's sack Opportunist. We'll get it back at the end of the next turn. We have more lands than our opponent, so Warhound's not going to quite work. We can fire off Kaya now. I think I still want the exile effect. So let's grasp the demon. And then attack. I think we're off to the races here. Could also just play Warhound as... Alright, cool. Oh yeah, I guess our opponent has to block. I didn't even think about that. So, did we just miss lethal with Kaya? We did. Fair enough. Sure, we'll Warhound here. End the turn. Think we're pretty safe here. And our opponent scoops it up. All right. I want to keep this hand. I really do, but 2 lands feels like a trap. Going up against black-white as well. We're going to mulligan. All right. We'll keep this. Tigard being a good source of card advantage. Mono black, but that's okay. We'll keep this. And all right, let's go ahead and just play this. Enters tapped. So we're gonna have to make sure we keep the board a little on the clear side. Interesting, interesting. Our opponent fires that off already. Guess we just wait. See if we can hit it with the grasp, right? As soon as we get a white source, though, Cleric is going to help us kind of get there a little bit. But we're definitely going to go ahead and drop Tigard's Lantern. Turgid's Lantern. Feeling a little silly if they have a block. What happened here? Indestructible. Fair enough. Fair enough, opponent. Let's go ahead. Drawing a land is sweet. So we can Rite of Oblivion. We can Skyclave Apparition. Probably go ahead and just Skyclave Apparition. They missed their land drop of note as well. Yeah, we'll have to take it here. Well, Warhound not doing us any favors, unfortunately. Though, we could play it to Oblivion and leave up the Priest. Over just playing... Let's just Apparition here. think I like that a little bit better. Okay, I was gonna say, yeah, and we'll hold. Next turn, we'll be able to play Liesa, Liesa. Fortunate Warhound not gonna get us. Our opponent scoops it up, so they missed too many land drops, unfortunately. This is interesting. There's a strong consideration to mull this, just because, well, but we do have 3 lands, and we have Turgid. Turgid's Lantern, I think, is going to be a decent thing to go up against Edgar. Maybe not, right? Edgar on his own has a good way of kind of dealing with her, but it may be a decent way of mitigating it. We also have Rampage of Valkyrie. Man, it's kind of touch and go, for sure. This is a slower hand. Our opponent's going first. I think I'm going to keep it. I think I'm going to keep this because Turgid's going to go the distance. And I could be wrong. Go ahead and foretell poison. Probably going to have to hold off on Liesa. Opponent being very aggressive right out the gate. Let's see here. Soul Shatter. They're gonna Edgar. So let's see. Soul Shatter kills Edgar. We can poison the cup, the Voldaren, and we can deal with the mill. I don't think the mill deals anything with us. So let's just poison here. Silverworld Command, a little awkward. Ooh, I like that. Actually, both these are good for me. Warhound being able to get our land. We like that. So let's keep both these on top. We are going to go ahead and T-Grid and force them to start sacking something. Oh, yeah. Derp. I forgot about that. Let's see here. Let's get this going. Force our opponents to do something. I guess they could just pay the life right now. Their life total is a little on the high side. Okay, fair. So we're in a little bit of trouble. Most definitely. Only dispute. Command, we could force them to sack something. Could just kill Drana, which is probably correct, honestly. I think we just do that. And then force them to discard. Elixir. Ouch. Blood in the Stow would have been nice if we could hit our land drops. So let's see. And this is sorcery speed. Turn target creature mana value 1 or 2 or less. We unfortunately can't do both, which is a little cumbersome. Even though we'd really like to. Guess we still... Oh, we return to the battlefield. Alright, that's sweet. Makes it so we can't play a 1-drop, though. So let's go here and here. Get back the thing that could block a little bit better, right? Target opponent. Let's force them to do something now. Fair enough. All right. So let's see here. I mean, Blood in the Show is going to be an option here. Okay. I think we just... Well, we can play Liesa. Man, they have 2 cards in hand, though. Trying to think if it's really worth... I guess we can also play Awakener. So we'll take the 1, get milled. It makes our Blood in the Snow a little bit better. Oh no, it was another board wipe. Ooh. That's pretty good for us. So let's see here. Man, missing our land drops has been pretty rough, actually. So I guess... Shambling Ghast. And... Oh, we're missing black as well. Wow. Wow, that's pretty harsh. Honestly. I guess we don't do anything here. We could double block the gas and then kill that. So no attacks. Send it back. Blood in the Snow is going to have to do some work here. Alright, so let's... Soul Shatter. Saves us a little bit here. Okay, pay the 1. That's good to know for future reference. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, I wonder if we should have Deadly Disputed. Oh, all right. Well, if they're gonna do that for us, we can kill that, right? Oh, we can't because we need the target. Okay, smart opponent. Smart. And, oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So I kind of all kinds of messed that up. Fair. We did draw our land. How many snow-covered lands do we have? 1, 2, 3. So we get back a 3-drop. We're at pretty low health. We can get back Spellbinder, see what our opponent's working with. I don't hate that. Kind of slow roll the Valkyrie. Let's attack. Only problem is they get Edgar back next turn, right? It's a little scary. Maybe we should have Valkyrie leaving a blocker back. Want to make sure they don't have a removal spell. Oh, we can't target them anyways, right? Because of the... Source, whenever you or another person because of the target of a spell or ability opponent must play 1. Oh, we use the treasure to do that? So do we just go here? Man, this is so awkward. Yeah, that attack was silly. That attack was very silly. I forgot about that. Okay. We get this back at the end of our turn, so I think that's okay for us. We get to gain some life, and they don't have removal. We definitely need to do some damage to them, though, because this elixir is going to be awkward. 1, 2, 3, 4. Playing a Liesa there may have been a little on the bad side. I guess we can gain a life. Alright, let's attack. I just gotta bite the bullet, I guess. Though, yeah, well, yeah. Opponent takes it. Let's blood on the snow, destroying all creatures. Let's get back Spellbinder. Move her back to the command zone. We'll have to pay the 1 to target them. That resolves. We'll pay it. See what we're working with. They have their own blood on the snow, which they can afford. They also have a vampire. Guess we just make the vampire more expensive. And then we could deny them the card draw. Man, that's so awkward here. I think we just pay the 1 to play this and then end the turn. Then we could play Rampage of Valkyries. We'll see if they... I guess they could wipe the board. Shoot. I didn't consider that. May have to fire up the Hive. Yeah, I wasn't considering that. I should have. For some reason, I didn't think they were going to fire it off for that, but I guess that makes sense. What are we trying to do here? Alright, they don't have... Wait, is it non-legendary? So we can fire off the Hive. Get rid of... They have 1 of 2 creatures. Guess we fire her off. Man, this just feels so awkward. Yep, pay the 1. So they get... What do we want to give them? I guess the Mill Vampire? There you go, play Edgar. Yep. Checks out. No blocks. Thank you. So, I guess we need to stop their source of card advantage. Right? So, let's go here. And then play this. And then I think we can, whenever you are another permanent you control. So we could destroy this without paying anything, right? Okay, cool. So that's step 1. We get that back. So I think we just attack? Or we double block her? I think we just double block her. So let's force our opponent to do something now. Still get to draw a card, but yeah, no attack, so we can double block. We have a block for Edgar. Okay. So we're back in business now. I mean, they have one card left in hand. Take action. All right. So they get to sack something cheap. Fair enough. Fair. I mean, what are we going to do, right? We're kind of in the back end at this point. There's not much we can do. I think our opponents just played a very good game, unfortunately for us. Let's see. Let's get a black source. I really want to fire off this hive. This is 9. This takes up all of our mana. I think we're just dead. Fire up hive. They don't get... Is it not... It has to be a vampire, right? Or just creature. Non-legendary creature. So we're not going to be able to deal with that, unfortunately. So if they just attack with everything, we do gain some life back. Yeah, I think we're just dead. Our opponent's definitely done a great job navigating this game. I think the turn I messed up was definitely not hitting the blood in the snow. My logic behind it was obviously like, yeah, I think that's really where I messed up. Oh, it is a vamp. Oh, that's legendary. Derp. So let's see here. This is 9, which kills us. We can negate. We're at 1. They play their vampire. Yeah, they've just gotten a bunch of card advantage. I think the combination of those two spells really did some work for them. Unfortunately. Lose 1, draw a card, die. Let's see here. So... Sack, man, yeah. Guess commando. No, why would you do that? May fire. Oh, I guess we can't even fire off the Hive of the Eye Tyrant. We could block, draw 2, block here. I think we're just dead. We can sacrifice. They just pay the life. Yeah, man. Opponent has done a great job navigating this game. Okay. Oh, really? That's how that works, huh? Interesting. Okay, okay. Apparition helps quite a bit, actually. Oh, it's 4 less. Gosh darn it. That's awkward. I mean, it's not the worst, right? We get to snag their last card. Ooh, that was kind of scary. We have blocks for everything now, actually. No attacks. And we actually block and then sack to kill the elixir. We gain some life. All right, before that dies, we want to sack this break the elixir, pay the 1. Oh, wow. This is close. This is very close. We got a lot of value off of Drana. So that triggers, we get that back. We gain 5, so now we can play our priest. Yeah, fortunately goes back to the command zone. I don't think we have enough lands to play her again, so we need a removal spell. They sack like Edgar, probably. Because they can get it back with Draina. Rite of Oblivion. Only problem is we still die, right? Discard a card. So that's awkward. Can we play her? She's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, we're still at 9. So that's not an option. So let's pay a life and draw, because these both kill us anyways. Plumb the Forbidden. Not really what we wanted to see here. So I think we're just dead. Unfortunately. Okay, we could sacrifice a non-land permanent. Exiling that. Nothing we could do. Then fire it off again. Killing that. Yep. And then discard. I feel like Plum's one of the ways we get back into this game, but I could be wrong. Yeah, we just had the chump block with Liesa too many times and didn't really get a chance to capitalize. We needed one of our board wipes, unfortunately. Oh, that's bad. So we don't even have good blocks now. Alright. Pretty good top deck from our opponent. Oh, Starheim. Flesh Taker. So we've lost our recursion. Yeah, I guess we've got no choice but to play both cards. Can't really afford anything else. We gain 1 life from Flesh Taker, so we're not completely dead here. Though, I feel like we are. We're just denying the inevitable. Our opponent has a blood token to go deeper. They've gotten a lot of value off their deck. I'm actually surprised that we're still in it, to be completely honest with you. So, let's see. So, block. Tap on the untapped rogue. So how do we do this? I guess that's all we can do. We can fire up the hive. We go to 1 here. So we gain a life, we scry. Infernal Grass, not, I mean, we need that so much sooner. Yep. Okay. All right, we're not worried about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Maybe I should have just sent Liesa to the draw 2 cards. Yeah, I guess that's the only thing we can do, right? Looking to hit 2 creatures or a board wipe. Blocking doesn't gain us any life. Yeah, I guess let's get in for 2. I'm trying to think if there's anything in our deck. I don't think so. I think we just get in for 2. Village rights, and hopefully we draw something. Okay. Okay, that is something. That is... Why do you keep wanting to do that? Wait. Okay, it doesn't say vampire. We're good. I thought it was going to say vampire for a second. Alright, so... And they get it at the beginning of your upkeep. Oh, shoot. That's unfortunate. Timing of that was pretty poor. Oh, and they could trigger that? Oh, that is sick. That is sick. So it was actually a pretty good hit for them. All right, I guess we're digging. Let's go look. Good game. Man, yeah. Just out card advantage, unfortunately. Mono white. Mono white, 3 cards in hand with a board wipe. Think we can keep this. Not our most proactive hand, but I think the board wipe against mono white may potentially help us. So let's go ahead and play our tap land. That makes too big of a difference with this hand, but it is what it is. Get to play Retribution. Wonder if there's a world where we hold. Maybe not. Paladin. Okay. That's some value. I think we're still gonna Purge's Retribution. See what our opponent does. Because then we could play Liesa. Kind of go with our curve, right? We get the removal spell here anyways, and we get to develop our board, which I think is correct. Of course, obviously, pacifism. All right, fair enough. So you do get to... We still get to fire this off, I believe, because pacifism is just can't block or attack. So we still get to kill it. I guess what we can do is, as soon as it triggers, try to kill Nadar. Right? That triggers. Does she get that is my question. Let's tap, try to kill him. That works. So, do we play into the board wipe or not? I mean, we could also technically play Kaya and get rid of the pacifism in case they do have a board wipe. Right? Though we could go Liesa this turn. Yeah, let's just Liesa. Because then we can potentially get him for 16 next turn. If they don't have a board wipe here. Right? If they just play Halvar. I mean, they know it's coming. Right? But they may not know that we have the the... Okay, fair. Little awkward because we can't do both, and she needs to see that. So I guess we Kaya anyways. Question is, I don't know if she gets the double damage or not. She does not. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, opponent. I wasn't sure if she saw the double damage or not. So, yeah, I guess we just hold. We could still play Cathar Commando to break the pacifism. And we have... Okay. So, how do we do this? All right, first off, let's put a counter on her to protect her. So, let's see. We can Turgid for the... I think we just kill that. So, hold on. 3... Yeah, we don't have enough to do both, unfortunately. So, let's just Blood Chief Thirst. And then we could play this end of turn. I think I like that. Let's go to combat. And then luckily we could just put her back in our hand so we don't get the commander tax going. Fair enough. Luckily we've been able to somewhat outvalue our opponent here, which is kind of nice. It's a little scary. Would have preferred if they played it as a or as a weapon, since we have the commando. But maybe they were playing around that. Another land. So let's play Turgid. Plus here. I think we could just pay full price and kill that. And then we can attack here. And then what we can do is, end of turn, we can block, sack to get rid of the pacifism. All right? Okay. They pay to make the angel. That checks out. They're going to put the weapon there. I like that. That's super cool. So let them do their thing. They go to attack. Does not have overwhelm. Right? It does not. So I think we're good. Go to blocks, block. Then sack, get rid of the pacifism or the weapon. I think just the pacifism is fine. Trigger, trigger. Get that back, get that. So, let's see. What's correct here? I think we play the commando again. Yeah, oh, it's a single black. Let's just play Awakener. Play Awakener. Play Commando. Put the counter on Commando. Oh, alright. Well, then I guess we just sack that. Oh, they may block differently. Let's see. 1 sec. My alarm's going off. Alright. Almost time for work. Sorry, guys. attack this way, I guess. Yeah. See what they end up doing here. We'll use our Angel, which may or may not be a mistake. See how our opponent blocks. Because we have the Commando. Gives us another chump blocker. Alright, cool. So they did what we were hoping they would do. Trigger, trigger, trigger. Kind of embarrassment of riches here. We get that block. And then we could block and sack. So I think we just hold here. See what our opponent does. And it looks like they're going to wrap it up here, unfortunately. Or do they have the board wipe? They could board wipe us. We keep a Kaya. We keep a Commando. Liesa goes back into our hand. And yep, they scoop it up. Well played. Well, friends, that is the deck, and I gotta say, it played out more or less the way we expected it to. Black-white, mid-range, right? Play a bunch of strong creatures, get some removal going. Liesa being a 5-drop makes it a little awkward to get the synergies going, but once you do, it really comes through. You know, even the one game that we were kind of way behind our card advantage, we still were able to kind of stick with it. Honestly, if I played a little bit better, I think we could have taken that game down. So yeah, I think the deck is very solid. I'll probably put this one at about a 4. I think you could do some serious fun in Brawl, and you don't go wrong with you know, a lot of removal in black and white is at the common and uncommon level, so you're not burning too much there, right? And you can kind of pick and choose what you want your top end to be. So yeah, I like this deck quite a bit. I think it's strong. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. So until next time, as always, happy gaming.